do hate to admit it, but I do think it's time for us to move on from Dejounte Murray. I know there's been trade rumors going on, and it's probably already in the works. It needs to happen. Come on in here, let's talk about it. Happy holidays, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. And while you're in here, please hit that like, comment, subscribe button and notification bell so you'll be notified every time Her Takes uploads a new video. All right, let's get into this. So yes, I agree and I believe that the Atlanta Hawks, it's time for us to move on from Dejounte. Why? Because Dejounte and Trae, they do the same thing. And they're both small. So I feel like this is stunting Murray's growth being on this team. And with it being Trae's team, Trae's the better player. It's just time to move on. We tried, it didn't work. It's okay. Let's move on. Because I also feel like we can get those 20 and 5 that Murray's producing for us. We can get those 20 and 5 from another player, easy. And I feel like we can get more, being that player is taller, more defensive, and it's just going to benefit us better. So we got to go out and find who that player is. All right, so let's jump into the why. And we're going to look at the last couple of games that we've played and our upcoming game that we have tonight. On the why, this is an important move for the Hawks to make. You had Ja Morant and Desmond Bane go for 67 points. Now, I'm not too concerned about Ja Morant's 30 because Trae scored 30. But you need that push for that 2 guard in the backcourt. Desmond Bane scored 37. Why? No one could stop Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane could get to wherever he wanted on the floor. He could score because our 2 and 3 position is struggling bad defensively. We're small. We can't defend. We can't stay in front of our man. Therefore, we struggle. Now, I honestly believe that had Jalen Johnson and DeAndre Hunter been on the court, we would have won against Memphis. I strongly believe that. It was a close game as was without those two. So that's going to fix a lot of our issues when they come back. They're both out right now. JJ slotted as game time decision for tonight against Chicago. So hopefully he'll play. My guess is that he won't play until Friday, possibly the first of the year. DeAndre Hunter won't be back until January 10th. Jalen Johnson is listed, along with Trae, by the way, as game time decision for tonight. And without those guys, we just can't defend. And that's JJ and Hunter. I believe, that we would have won that game had we had those two. But we didn't, and everybody else just needs to step up. Even with all the bad calls from the refs. You go back and watch that game. I'm not just talking. You go back and watch that game. You will see that in the first half alone, the officials made 5 bad calls. 5. In the first half alone. Just go back and watch. In the second half, there were goaltending calls that weren't, that would have been favorable for us, that wasn't called properly. And it's just getting ridiculous, the Hawks against the refs. It's getting ridiculous. And I understand the Ja Morant narrative that needs to be pushed for the league. I don't know all that stuff. I try not to get into, but I hear the noise, and sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. Our bigs did a good job. OO and Capella, they did a good job. CC was phenomenal. I have nothing bad to say about it. Even that all by himself fumbled. he got a block, then he got the rebound from the block, and then he fumbled it after everybody had cleared and headed down the court. He fumbled it out of bounds. I'm not even going to hold him for that. I mentioned it, but I'm not going to hold him for it. He played good. He did good. He showed me some aggression. He really did. He brought it. kind of made me feel like, with trade deadlines coming up, is he trying to prove his worth because he likes this team? That's a good thing. If that's the case, that's a really, really good thing if he really wants to be here. And so I feel like, though, if we can get shooters, 1 through 4 are shooters, and 2 through 4 great defenders, we can keep Capella. No problem. We could definitely use Capella because he's a phenomenal rim protector. Phenomenal. So I kind of hate giving up Capella, but the way the league is today, you got to stretch the floor. That's just the way the league is today. I'm old school, so I like the old school way. Getting to the paint, backing them down, scoring. I prefer to see that. And then even tonight against the Bulls, Zach LaVine's out, so we don't have to worry about that. But they have DeMar DeRozan, who like I said, that 2 through 4 slot is where we're hurting right now. Until JJ gets back. JJ plays tonight, could be different. I made a prediction about 2 weeks ago on how we would end this year, 2023. What would our record be at the end of 2023? And my prediction was that we would end the season 12-20. The title of the video was 3 and a Possible. Okay, so 3 wins would have been 12-20. The possible would put us at 13-19. And right now we're at 12-17. So we're very close to my prediction. And that prediction was made totally without Jalen Johnson being in the lineup. So if he plays these next 3 games, that could probably change it. And I'm here for that. I would rather have the better record than what I predicted. So yeah, if he plays, I'm good with that. So for Chicago, 1 through 3, they've got Kobe Wright, Alex Caruso, and DeMar DeRozan. All 3 are taller than our 1 through 3. So that's why it's important that the Hawks get a taller 2 guard so that we can compete. We got to be able to compete. Kobe White, he's 6'5". Trae is 6 feet. So that's going to be a challenge right there. Alex Caruso is 6'5", and he is great defensively. He is a defensive pest. He's going to be on Murray. And Murray likes to get to his spot and get that midi, but he's going to be right there to cut that off. Murray's going to have to give the ball up, and our forwards and centers are going to have to be able to, knock down some shots. DeMar DeRozan, 6'6". Without Hunter, Saddiq Bey, he's not going to be able to contain DeMar DeRozan. He's just not. We just got to pray that DeRozan has a bad night tonight. He's not going to be able to contain him, so we'll see. But that's their top 3. Then they got Vucevic, who's their center. I think Capella can handle him. I'm not worried about him. Patrick Williams, again. You got Saddiq Bey. You got, what's that boy's name? Garrison Matthews that we've been starting at the 3, don't know why, but that's what we got right now. We beat up, we beat up. So we'll see. We're gonna see what happens. We're all here for it. Hopefully, we'll end the year off with these last 3 dubs, and we'll have a record of 15-17, only 2 games under 500. I'll take it. To have gone that stretch of 3 weeks without Jalen. And in 2 games under 500, I want to say when he went down, we were 2 games above 500. So we'll see what happens tonight. Friday night, we got the Sacramento Kings. That's going to be a tough one. And then after that, we got the Wizards, which I feel like we'll win that. Out of these next 3, I'm iffy about tonight. Actually, I'm iffy about the next 2, and then I feel like we'll beat the Wizard. But we'll see. We'll see. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, turn that notification bell so that you will get that noti every time Hertakes uploads a new video. And we're on to the next one. Peace.
95-93. Off the screen. Trae fakes the behind the back. And the lob. You got to be kidding me.